I don't think it really matters what happens on election day. Whatever happens, this country is frankly doomed if we don't do something about it. And when I say we, I mean there are two separate groups of people in modern America. There is people who care about other people, people who have evolved into adults and through proper upbringing or life experiences have somehow gleamed that empathy and working together to create a better society is the way forward for humanity. And a collection of infantile children who think that your future and my future should be decided by a team sports popularity contest straight out of a fucking high school musical. They've engineered this entire election, this vocal minority of spoiled little brats who refuse to grow up and constantly blame everyone else for the problems that they create, who have no desire to take accountability for what they've done to this country, for what they've done to our lives over the past 50 years, as we have slowly watched the living standards in this country and our essential level of trust degrade over time to a point now where I think most people will tell you, if they were born in this country at least 20 years ago, this isn't the country that they recognize that they grew up in. And the saddest part of all is this is all deliberate. And within that sadness, what's even more unfortunate is it's not deliberate in the sense that there is some giant cabal of masterminds planning the misery of your own life and the destruction of our collective futures. No, it's simple greed, short-sighted stupidity, and the necessity of what we now call our international financial system that necessitates all of this stupidity every 2 years. And frankly, in every other country that holds democratic elections in the West that has a central bank, because that's the idiocy we've subjected ourselves to. You see, after World War II, a deal with the devil was made to defeat communism. A collection of people became allies who otherwise would not have worked with each other. And this group of people, who we will later expose in further content, they thought it was a bright idea to essentially detach the value of our monetary supply from any fixed peg of value. So previously, we all operated underneath a gold standard or some form of precious metal or backed currency, essentially. What they did is they put us on not just a fiat currency, but essentially an unpegged fiat currency, slowly over about 100 years. And in the 70s, it culminated with Bretton Woods, which was like the light switch going off. Sure, we defeated communism, but at what cost did we defeat communism? At what cost? And the cost, guys, is that our entire society is now controlled by bankers, essentially. Everything. We have a multi-layered monopoly where the people who are in charge of the creation of our monetary supply have essentially used their position to purchase up everything else in society. We have mainly in every industry a collection of companies that form a central monopoly. Usually it's between 1 to 3. If you're lucky, an industry maybe has 5 companies that are consuming 80% or more of the business within the given industry. And I call it a multi-layered monopoly because on top of those corporate monopolies exists the monopoly of shareholder capital, whereby if you look at the top shareholders for all of the given stakeholders in any industry, they're all the same. I think people throw around words like Bilderberg Group and Davos and other stuff, and they think that, yeah, this collection of oligarchs is intelligent. Well, speaking as a member of the global intelligence community who's had the misfortune of having to keep tabs on some of these traitorous vermin. They're not intelligent. They're just greedy, and you're lazy, and you want their money, and you want to have an easy life without trouble, and you don't want to make problems for yourself and your family. And I understand all that. I was someone who went along, go along to get along. I did that. Part of me did that during this election. Sure, I could have done this months ago. But frankly, after they sent old Joe to the Attastupel, I wasn't about to stick my neck out for Clown Mala Harris, who is pretty much, I guess, the only person they could find that was less qualified than Donald Trump to sit in the office.